All right, today we're jumping into a really remarkable story of potential that was just waiting to be unlocked. It's all about how one visionary idea created a brand new path for thousands of women in Pakistan. And believe me, it didn't just change their lives, it ended up transforming the communities they went on to serve.
So think about that for a second. What happens when you have all this incredible talent, but it's just stuck behind a locked door? It's a really powerful question, and honestly, it gets right to the heart of the story we're telling today. We're talking about potential that's just ready to burst, but it's held back by some barrier it just can't get through by itself.
And this wasn't just some abstract idea. Back in the 1990s in Pakistan, this was the reality for thousands and thousands of young women who wanted to become doctors. You had these brilliant, highly qualified women passing all their exams, ready to go, but they had literally nowhere to go. That door to their future, it was slammed shut.
Okay, so what was this locked door all about? I mean, it definitely wasn't a lack of talent or ambition. Not at all. The barriers were much deeper. They were woven right into the culture of the time.
You know, the whole situation was this huge mismatch between the barriers and the needs. On one hand, you had medical schools that were pretty much all co-ed, and for a lot of conservative families, that was a major issue. And the result? A tragic brain drain of all this amazing female talent. But on the other hand, what was needed was so obvious. A safe, culturally sensitive, female-only space that would do more than just teach. It would truly empower these women.
So how do you even begin to solve a problem like that? Well, you can't just throw up another school building. Nope. This needed a totally different kind of thinking. A vision for a place that felt both important and safe.
And that vision came from this group, the Professional Education and Promotion Society, or PEPS for short. They got together in 1999 with this incredibly clear, ambitious mission to build the very first private medical college in Pakistan, exclusively for women. Think about that. They weren't just trying to patch a leaky system. They were building an entirely new highway.
And their approach was just brilliant. Instead of some cold, standard school building, they chose this amazing historic site in Abbottabad called the Hootie Palace. And this choice was so important, so symbolic. The idea was to create this feeling of dignity and safety, a place that really felt like a home for learning, not just another rigid institution, a place where students could thrive because they felt safe and respected.
All right, so they had this powerful mission, they had this incredible location. PEPS was ready to go. They set out to turn this amazing vision into a real breathing thing. So let's take a look at how they actually did it, step by step.
And they moved fast. I mean, after PEPS was established in '99, the Women Medical College, or WMC, opened its doors just 1 year later in 2000. And the impact? It was immediate. Get this, by 2005, their very first graduating class was right there on the front lines, giving critical medical aid after the devastating Kashmir earthquake. This just goes to show you, this was never just about books and classrooms. It was about training healers who would serve their communities from the second they could.
But look, just opening the door? That wasn't the whole goal. For WMC, it was never just about providing access. It was about striving for excellence. They wanted to become a leader in medical education, period. And the scale of what they've achieved, it's just staggering. Over 1,500 doctors. Think about that number. That's more than 1,500 lives changed. 1,500 locked doors thrown wide open. It's just a massive wave of talent released into the healthcare system. And listen, this isn't just about the sheer number of graduates, it's about the quality. WMC has consistently shown just how rigorous their programs are. I mean, year after year, their students are grabbing the top spots in professional exams for both medicine and dentistry, often outperforming other private colleges. And just recently, in 2023, the college was awarded the top position in the province for its quality. So, yeah, this place isn't just an alternative, it is an absolute leader.
Now, when you unlock that much potential, the impact doesn't just stay in one place. It creates this incredible ripple effect, spreading out across the country and, eventually, across the entire world.
Seriously, WMC has become a truly global institution. They welcome students from all over, the UK, Jordan, Canada, you name it. And because the college is listed in the World Directory of Medical Schools, its graduates can take their skills anywhere. They're eligible for the big international licensing exams in places like the US and the UK. So that community of over 1,500 healers, they're now serving communities all across Pakistan and around the world, all driven by this simple, powerful motto, to learn to serve.
When you boil it all down, the legacy of this college is empowerment. That's what it's all about. It's living proof that when you take away a barrier and you replace it with a supportive, high-quality environment, Well, human potential doesn't just grow, it soars.
And so that leaves us with one last thing to think about. The story of the Women Medical College is this amazing example of what can happen with just one single, perfectly tailored solution. It really makes you wonder, right? How many other locked doors are out there? How many other fields are just filled with talent, waiting for someone to come along with the right key to unlock all that incredible potential?